Dear friends, welcome to Speak Up Studio
With Tom.
and Jessica. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Speak Up Studio, your friendly place to learn English in a fun, simple, and effective way. I'm Jessica.
And I'm Tom. In today's episode, we're going to talk about something super useful for everyday life: how to talk about your daily routine in English.
That's right. Whether you're chatting with friends, writing about your day, or practicing small talk, being able to describe what you do every morning, afternoon, and evening is one of the best ways to sound natural in English.
Exactly. You'll also learn how to use the present simple tense, one of the most common verb forms in English, and discover useful phrases and vocabulary that real English speakers use every day.
So grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's start learning how to talk about your daily routine. From the moment you wake up to the time you go to bed.
Ready? Let's begin.
All right, let's start with the morning, my favorite part of the day. Tom, what's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, usually I say I wake up at 7 a.m. Notice I said wake up, not get up. These are two different things.
Exactly. Wake up means your eyes open. You stop sleeping. Get up means you actually leave the bed. So you might wake up at 7, but get up at 7:15 if you like to stay in bed for a few minutes.
Yes, I definitely do that. After I get up, I brush my teeth, wash my face, and take a shower.
Perfect. Those are all common daily routine verbs: brush, wash, take a shower. Notice that we say take a shower, not make a shower. In English, we use take with both shower and bath.
That's right. After I take a shower, I get dressed, and then I have breakfast.
And have breakfast is another important phrase. We use have for meals. Have breakfast, have lunch, have dinner.
Now, listeners, try to think. What time do you wake up every day? What do you usually have for breakfast?
Good. Practicing out loud helps your brain remember faster. Don't worry about mistakes. Just speak.
Let's go a bit deeper. A basic morning routine in English might sound like this: I wake up at 7 o'clock. I get up, brush my teeth, and take a shower. Then I have breakfast and get ready for work.
That's a great example, and it uses the present simple tense. I wake up, I brush, I have.
Let's quickly review the structure. For I, you, we, they, the verb stays the same. I eat. They work. But for he, bash, she, it, we add s or es. For example, he wakes up at 7. She brushes her teeth.
That's a common mistake learners make, forgetting the dash S. So remember, I wake up, but she wakes up.
Also in English, we often use adverbs of frequency when describing routines. These are words like always, usually, often, sometimes, and never.
Right? For example, I usually drink coffee in the morning. I never skip breakfast.
Try making your own sentence with one of those adverbs. For example, I always listen to music in the morning.
Nice. That's a good habit. Okay, now let's move to the next part of the day. After breakfast.
Yes, this is when people usually go to work or go to school.
In English, we say go to work or go to school. We don't need the. We don't say go to the work, right?
Exactly. We only say the if we talk about a specific place, like I go to the office or I go to the university.
Good tip. And here are some more useful expressions. I leave home at 8 o'clock. I take the bus to work. I arrive at the office at 9.
Or if you study, you can say, I take the bus to school or I walk to school.
Right. And remember, in the present simple, we use do, does for questions and don't, doesn't for negatives.
So if you want to ask your friend, what time do you leave home? And if you answer, I leave home at 8. But if it's negative, I don't leave home early.
And for he, she, 0x, it, we use doesn't. She doesn't drive to work.
Perfect.
Let's talk about the daytime. When you're at work or school.
A typical day might sound like I start work at 9 o'clock. I check my emails, attend meetings, and talk to my coworkers.
If you're a student, you might say, I have classes in the morning. I study English and math. I have lunch in the cafeteria.
Great. Notice we say have lunch, just like have breakfast.
Exactly. And here's a cultural note. In many English-speaking countries, lunch is usually shorter and lighter than dinner. People often eat sandwiches, salads, or soup at work.
That's true. And when talking about times, English speakers often use at before clock times. At 9 o'clock, at noon, at 3 p.m.
So, I start work at 9 and I finish work at 5. Easy, right?
Very.
Now, the day's not over yet. What happens after work or school?
Usually people go home, relax, or do chores like cleaning or cooking.
Yes. Here's an example. I finish work at 5. I go home, cook dinner, and watch TV.
Or, I finish school at 3. I do my homework, play video games, and have dinner with my family.
Those are nice, simple sentences that describe the evening routine. And notice we use the present simple again because these are regular activities.
That's right. If something happens regularly, every day, every week, we use present simple.
Let's learn a few more phrases for the evening.
Sure. Relax on the sofa, watch TV or Netflix, cook dinner, wash the dishes, talk with family, take a walk, read a book, go to bed.
And don't forget, go to sleep and fall asleep are different. Go to sleep means you lie down and try to sleep, and fall asleep means the moment you actually start sleeping.
Good point. You can say, I go to bed at 10 and fall asleep around 10:30.
Now, here's a quick mini exercise for you listeners. Think about your own evening. Try to describe it in 3 sentences. For example, I eat dinner with my family. Then I watch TV. I go to bed at 11.
Perfect. Say it out loud if you can. Speaking helps you remember faster than just listening.
Okay, let's talk about some common mistakes English learners make when describing routines.
Number 1, forgetting the dash S with he, she, it. For example, she wake up is wrong. It should be she wakes up.
Number 2, using in instead of at for times. We say at 7 o'clock, not in 7 o'clock.
Number 3, confusing make breakfast and have breakfast. You make breakfast when you prepare it, and you have breakfast when you eat it.
Exactly. So you can say, I make breakfast at 7 and have breakfast at 7:15.
Number 4, not using adverbs of frequency correctly. We usually put them before the main verb, like I always drink tea, or after be, like I am always tired.
Nice. These are small but important details.
Now let's make it sound more natural. Instead of short sentences, we can connect ideas with linking words like and, then, after that, before, finally.
Yes. For example, I wake up at 7 and then I take a shower. After that, I have breakfast before I go to work.
That sounds smooth and natural.
You can also use phrases like usually, sometimes, often to sound more real. I usually have coffee, but sometimes I drink tea.
Perfect.
Let's try a short practice challenge. I'll say a sentence and you repeat after me. Ready?
Here we go.
I wake up at 7 o'clock. I brush my teeth. I take a shower and get dressed. I go to work at 8. I have lunch with my coworkers. I go home and cook dinner. I read a book before bed.
Nice job. Try to say these sentences again later today. Maybe record yourself and listen. That's a great way to check your pronunciation.
Before we finish, let's share a couple of easy exercises you can do at home.
First, make a daily routine journal. Write 5 to 10 sentences every morning about what you do. For example, I wake up at 7. I drink coffee. I walk to work.
And second, try a shadowing exercise. Listen to this podcast again and repeat each line with us. Focus on pronunciation and rhythm.
Shadowing really helps you sound natural, like you're imitating a native speaker's music of speech.
Exactly. And don't forget to use your new vocabulary when you speak with friends or classmates.
All right, everyone, that's all for today's episode of Speak Up Studio.
Today, we learned how to talk about our daily routines using the present simple tense, plus useful verbs and expressions like wake up, brush your teeth, take a shower, have breakfast, and go to bed.
We also learned how to use adverbs of frequency, like always, usually, sometimes, and never, to make our sentences sound more natural.
And we practice linking ideas with words like and, then, after that, and finally.
Remember, the best way to improve your English is to use it every day. Try writing or speaking about your own daily routine, even for just 5 minutes.
You can start by answering these simple questions. What time do you wake up? What do you usually have for breakfast? What do you do after work or school?
Great reflection questions, Jessica. And listeners, if you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to Speak Up Studio, share this podcast with your friends, and leave us a comment or message telling us about your daily routine.
We love hearing from you, and your stories help others learn too.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep speaking, keep smiling, and keep improving your English every day.
Until next time, this is Jessica.
And Tom, saying goodbye from Speak Up Studio.
See you in the next episode.